One night, some scary aliens come to Earth from outer space. These aliens are called parasites. These parasites attack the human body. They enter the body, take over the brain, destroy the nervous system, and erase the person's identity. They adopt the human body, and after that, they begin wreaking havoc across the world, killing and eating innocent humans for their own survival. One such parasite attacks the body of a high school student named Shinichi, and his life changes completely. The story begins with Shinichi, who is sleeping one night. A parasite tries to enter his body through his ears, but he has earphones in. Because of that, the parasite can't get in, so it changes its path and tries to enter through Shinichi's nose. But then, Shinichi sneezes, and the parasite falls out. Now, seeing the parasite, Shinichi gets badly scared. He falls off the bed and picks up a book to kill it. But before he can react, the parasite enters his hand and starts slowly moving toward his brain through his veins. Seeing this, Shinichi gets very upset. To stop the parasite, he wraps an earphone wire around his arm, and the parasite fails to reach his brain. Just then, Shinichi's mum and dad come into the room. When Shinichi shows them his hand, there's nothing there. Seeing this, his dad says, "Oi Shinichi, you haven't started drinking, have you?" But Shinichi replies, No, dad, I'm not drunk. There was actually a bug." The next morning, Shinichi comes down for breakfast. His dad asks, "Hey Shinichi, did you see that bug again?"
And now, as soon as Shinichi starts drinking his coffee, he sees a bug on the table. Seeing it, Shinichi gets very scared. His dad says, "What's wrong with you? It's just an insect. I don't know when your fear of bugs will go away." After some time, Shinichi leaves for school. From behind, his friend Murano discusses her plan to surprise him. But as soon as she tries to startle him, Shinichi grabs her hand with his right hand. Murano tells her, "You already knew, didn't you? I'm gonna catch you. Look, don't lie to me." Shinichi replies nervously, "No, Murano, I didn't know, I really didn't." Then, Shinichi accidentally touches Murano, and she slaps him hard and walks away angrily. Later, inside Shinichi's classroom, we see him lost in thought, replaying the scene from the night before, when the parasite tried to enter his arm. Shinichi wonders, "Is something inside my right hand?" Just then, he sees his teacher standing in front of him, and the teacher throws him out of the class. Now, on his way back home, Shinichi sees a little girl playing with a ball in the middle of the road. He notices a car coming straight at her. To save her, Shinichi runs forward and stops the car with his right hand, saving the child's life. Then, he sees an eye on his hand, and gets badly scared. Quickly, Shinichi rushes home, locks himself in his room, grabs a knife, and tries to stab his right hand.
Then, Shinichi's right hand transforms into a scary, talking alien parasite. Seeing it, Shinichi gets furious. He tries to attack it, but the alien parasite easily dodges his attack. Shinichi asks, "Hey, what are you?" But then, his hand suddenly falls asleep. Shinichi quickly searches about it on Google, but finds nothing. The next morning, we see the parasite reading an English book, trying to learn the language. Shinichi asks, "You still haven't told me, who are you really?" The parasite replies, "I found nothing useful in your biology book. All I know is, I couldn't control your brain." Hearing this, Shinichi says, "What do you mean, my brain? Oi, you're part of me now. You're not going to try to take over my brain again, right?" The alien responds, "If I could have done it, I would have done it by now." Shinichi gets fed up and shouts, "What's the problem? Why is all this happening only to me? I'll just go to the hospital and get this hand amputated." But the alien warns him, "If you take my advice, it'll be better for you. You shouldn't go to the hospital. They won't amputate your hand, they'll take you to a lab instead. You'll be tortured, experimented on, and your life will be ruined forever." Then it adds, "Now, there's no option but to cooperate and survive. As long as I'm sleeping, you can use your hand normally. That way, it'll be good for both of us." After some time, Shinichi comes down again for breakfast. His father shows him another insect, but this time, Shinichi catches the bug with his bare hand and throws it out the window. His mum and dad are shocked to see this. Now, ignoring the alien's warning, Shinichi decides to go to the police station. Suddenly, the alien becomes active again and says, "Shinichi, I'm sensing a creature of my own kind." Shinichi asks, "How do you know?" The parasite replies, "We emit radio waves. It helps us recognize each other. That creature is about 200 meters away." Now, the two of them start moving in that direction. But while walking, Shinichi bursts into tears and starts running the other way. The parasite stops him and says, "If I meet that creature, I might get important information about myself. This matters for both of us. Please come quietly." Shinichi agrees. After walking for a while, they finally reach the creature they were sensing. They see a parasitic dog, eating the dead body of another dog. Shinichi's right hand suddenly warns him, "Run, that thing wants to kill you, run away, now." Both of them start running, and after reaching a safe spot, the parasite tells Shinichi, "Get ready, because if you die, I die too." Suddenly, the parasite dog comes flying toward them, and a dangerous fight begins between the dog and Shinichi's right hand. Shinichi's hand manages to rip out the creature's heart, and the parasite dies in agony. After the fight, Shinichi realizes that this parasite had no sympathy at all. It was ready to kill mercilessly. In the next scene, we see a girl being harassed by some goons. A man arrives and saves the girl from them. He says, "Come on, I'll walk you home." Now, the two of them are heading toward the girl's house. But suddenly, one of the goons attacks the man from behind with an iron rod, and the rest of them surround him. The man says to those goons, "I don't think the stomach will be able to digest all of you, then 4 people will be too many." And then, the man's head gets divided into 3 parts. He kills all 4 of them in one stroke. Before the girl can scream after seeing him, he cuts off her head. Next day, we see Shinichi, who is going towards his school. The parasite asks him, "Shinichi, what happened? Don't you go to the police now?" Shinichi says, No, if any parasite attacks me without you, I will die." And his right hand tells him, "Call me Miji," which means, right, in Japanese. Now, after some time, Shinichi reaches his school. One of Moran's friends forcefully sends Moran to Shinichi to get her to talk to him. Shinichi apologizes to Moran and says, "Yesterday, I didn't do that on purpose. I am really sorry." And after some tantrums, Yamira forgives him. After he leaves, a boy comes there and says to him, "Oh, Shinichi, please come out and meet me. Brother, you want to talk to me about something?" And that boy comes out and tells him, "Yes, first of all, you tell me, if you are seen around him, son, you will not be saved." And this guy starts beating Shinichi very badly. And then Shinichi's right hand becomes active. It hits him hard and makes him fall away. The boy gets scared and runs away from there. Now, after some time, one of Shinichi's friends tells her that nowadays, very dangerous murder videos are going viral on the internet. The police are completely silent about it. But in those videos, dead bodies are literally cut into pieces. Shinichi goes home and does some research about it, and Shinichi says, "No, this is not going well. If this continues like this, then humanity will end. I will have to do something about it. I think you should be handed over to the police, so that they can do research on you and destroy your species." The parasite tells him that, "I don't know why you are finding all this so strange. It is a natural thing. All species depend on each other for food, and we parasites also need a host body for our survival. Your own species is being killed, that's why you are so scared." Miji says, "Shinichi, if you try to do something wrong, then I will have no other option but to stop you. For my survival, I will keep you alive, but if necessary, I can even cut off your eyes, tongue, and nose, so that you can never be able to speak." And seeing this form of Miji, Shinichi gets very scared and calls her a demon. Now, after some time, it becomes evening, and we see another parasite which senses Miji around it. "I am sensing the same species. It is around us, but due to there being so many people around, I am not able to sense it properly. We should move away from here. It is coming towards us very fast." And now, while walking, Shinichi stops at a place, and then the human parasite comes there and says to Miji, "Well, that's why you were running away from me. It's a shame you couldn't control his brain." The parasite starts moving towards him. Miji tells him to stop here. "If you move ahead, I will kill you. I am connected to this human. If you attack him, I will be forced to kill you." And hearing this, the parasite tells him that, "You are in a very strange situation. For your survival, don't be dependent on this body. Transfer yourself to my body." Miji gets thinking and says, "What? A transfer?" And after hearing this, he suddenly tells her, "It seems that you still have a lot left to learn." And the head of that parasite transforms into a long blade, and with that blade, he cuts his right hand and says to Miji, "If you want, you can come to my right hand. The place is ready. Don't think too much, quickly destroy your host and come into my body. If both of us together control the same body, we will never die, and we will become very powerful." Now, seeing this, Miji starts thinking, and seeing all this, Shinichi gets very scared. And the parasite tells him that, "It seems that you are not going to do it. I will have to destroy your host." And the parasite attacks Shinichi with his blade, and then Miji cuts the host's body with her blade. He cuts it off, and the parasite dies in agony. Shinichi says to Miji, "Did you still save my life?" And Miji tells him, "No, it's nothing like that. I don't think such a transfer was possible, so I killed him. I have only one life, and I don't want to take any risk until I get complete information about myself." Now, next morning, we see Murano and Shinichi who are sitting in a restaurant and eating food. Later, while going towards home, they see some boys in the park who are trying to bury a kitten in the sand and throw stones at it. Seeing all this, Shinichi pulls the kitten out of the sand and takes him out, telling him that, "He is also a living creature like you and me, not a toy to play with. Understand that?" Shinichi starts to leave from there, but then those boys try to attack him with stones. However, Shinichi stops their stones with his right hand and looks back at them, seeing which all the children get badly scared. Shinichi and Murano leave towards their home, and on the way, Shinichi thinks in her mind, Maybe Miji was right, we humans are not such good creatures. Now, after this, we see the same guy whom we had seen a while ago, and he is standing with a female parasite. Now, the next day, Shinichi goes towards his school. He is leaving, and suddenly on the way, Miji tells him that Shinichi's species is nearby. While he is chasing the parasite, Shinichi reaches his school. Now, after some time, school starts, and the principal of Shinichi's school introduces all the students to their new math teacher, whose name is Tamiya Ryo. She is the same woman we saw earlier. Miji tells Shinichi that Tamiya is a parasite, and Shinichi accidentally makes contact with that parasite. Tamiya recognizes both of them. Now, after this we see inside Shinichi's classroom that Tamiya is teaching them. After the class is over, Tamiya calls Shinichi to her office, and Shinichi meets her. Tamiya tells him not to worry, I have no intentions of killing you. Just tell me, can you meet me somewhere outside the school? And Shinichi agrees to meet her. After school is over, he takes a train and goes straight to a hotel to meet that parasite. Shinichi is waiting for him inside that hotel, and then Tamiya also comes there along with the same parasite whom we saw earlier. Shinichi meets both of them, and the parasite tells Shinichi, I know about your right hand. You are also a parasite, and if I tell the state agency about you, your whole life will be ruined. Child, I also want to keep my identity safe, so keep your mouth shut, understand that? And if you still try to do something wrong, I will eat your entire class. And yes, your friend Moran is also in my class. Hearing this, Shinichi gets badly scared. Now, next morning, Tamiya is teaching the children in the classroom at the school. Then Miji and Tamiya sense the presence of a parasite. Miji tells Shinichi, Shinichi, we are under attack. The parasite is just 150 meters away from us, and that parasite is none other than Tamiya's partner. This happens, and now this parasite breaks the security camera and enters inside the school. Some people try to stop him, but that parasite kills all those people very brutally. And now, seeing this situation, the principal of the school announces, everyone run away from here. An intruder has entered the school. And now, after hearing the announcement, everyone starts going out of the school. Miji tells Shinichi to stay here. We have to kill him. He is coming to kill us. Because of this crowd, he is not able to find our exact location, and he can accidentally kill any student. That is why we have to kill him while being alone. And Shinichi goes to the third floor and creates a wall of benches around him. And then, the parasite breaks the window and appears in front of Shinichi. He tells both of them to surrender, both of you will not be able to survive. Saying this, he attacks Shinichi and Megi. Due to this, a very dangerous fight starts between the parasites. Actually, the plan is that Miji will defend and Shinichi will attack. These parasites underestimate the capabilities of humans, and this is their weakness. And now Shinichi marge a little courage. After doing this, he slowly moves towards that parasite and inserts that rod into the chest of that parasite. Through that rod, all the blood of that parasite's body starts coming out. Seeing its body dying, that parasite starts to move towards Tamiya to do reallocation, but we see that Tamiya is waiting for him. And she has kept some cylinders of gas in her room. She blows them up, and the parasite dies. A few days later, everything becomes normal, and Tamiya resigns from school because she is pregnant. Shinichi asks Tamiya, what are you going to do with this child? And Tamiya tells him that, maybe it will be useful in some experiments. And if it doesn't work, then I will eat him. What else? Hearing this, Shinichi gets a little angry, and Tamiya comes in a dangerous form to scare him. Miji says, we can't fight him, he is too strong, and Tamiya leaves from there. Now, after some time, it becomes evening, and Tamiya's mum comes to her apartment to meet her, but after talking to her for 2 minutes, her mum realizes that this is not Tamiya, it is someone else. And her mum tells her, you are not my daughter. Who are you? What did you do to my daughter? And she tries to call the police, but then the parasite kills Tamiya's mum. Next morning, Shinichi's parents tell her, Shinichi, we are going on a vacation, and take care of yourself. After saying goodbye to the child and Shinichi, both of them leave from there. Now, after this, we are shown a couple going on a road trip, and then in the middle of the way, the couple meets with an accident, and both get badly injured. And then we come to know that the girl among them is a parasite, and due to her own body being destroyed, she cuts off her husband's head and relocates it. After this, we see Shinichi, and while walking on the way, Miji tells him, Shinichi, I am connected to your blood and body cells, and because of this, you can experience many changes at the psychological level. And it is also possible that you are not able to feel any emotion or feeling like a parasite. After hearing this from Miji, Shinichi remembers the words of his mum, Murano, and Tamiya, because all of them are telling him that he has changed a lot from before. Now, after some time, Shinichi meets Moran, and some goons beat Shinichi and kidnap Moran. Shinichi meets those goons to save Moran and tells them, why let Moran be caught? If you have the courage, fight with me. And those goons start beating her very badly. Because of being beaten so much, Miji becomes active, and Shinichi tells her, hey Miji, you stay away from here. You will kill them. Now, Shinichi in some way controls Miji, and then that goon's girlfriend, Kana, comes there and tells him to stop what he is doing. From behind, Shinichi's entire class comes there to save him. Now, Moran walks with Shinichi and calls him to his house and thanks him for saving him. Now, after some time Moran leaves from there, and then Kana comes there, and as soon as she shakes hands with Shinichi, she feels very strange sensations. Seeing this, Shinichi gets a little scared and goes back inside the house. Miji says, "Shinichi, stay away from that girl. That girl has the ability to sense the wavelengths of the parasite. And I think she has come to know about us." Now, after this, we see Shinichi's mum and dad. Both of them are talking to each other, when suddenly a parasite comes and stands behind Shinichi's mum and cuts his mum's throat. Shinichi's dad can't believe what just happened. Shinichi's dad somehow saves his life and runs away from there and goes to a telephone booth and calls Shinichi and tells, "Shinichi, your mother. I am going to the police. I will kill that monster at any cost." And suddenly the call gets disconnected. Shinichi is stunned after hearing all these words of his father. Miji tells him, "Shinichi, I sense a parasite. It is coming towards us very fast." And Shinichi grabs a knife to kill the creature and walks towards the door. Slowly, it moves towards the parasite, Shinichi, and we realize that that parasite is none other than his mother, who is now being controlled by a parasite. Seeing this, Shinichi can't believe his eyes, and thinking that the parasite is his mother, he tries to talk to her normally. But Miji tells him, "What are you doing, Shinichi? This is not your mum. She is just a parasite." Shinichi says, "Oh, this is mum." And Shinichi, meaning his mum, says to that parasite, "Hey mum, forgive me. I will tell you everything about it. I promise not to hide anything from you." And then the parasite's head opens from the middle, and the parasite attacks Shinichi's heart with its blade, and finally, Shinichi realizes that she is not her mum. Now, Shinichi falls down on the ground due to the attack and becomes unconscious. Now, Shinichi was about to die, and then Miji creates a new heart to save him and puts it in his body. After a while, Shinichi's heart starts pumping. Now, after a few days, Shinichi wakes up on his own. He goes to a mirror and sees a huge hole in his heart. He understands that Miji has saved him. Now, Shinichi gets a call and learns that his father is admitted to a hospital. He starts remembering all the past events, and he decides to kill that parasite at any cost. While going to the hospital, he meets a young student who works near the hospital. Upon arriving, Shinichi goes straight to his dad and asks him about that monster, and says, "Where's mum, dad?" But his dad refuses to tell him anything, and starts crying. Shinichi doesn't understand why his father is hiding this, and he gets very angry. He says, "Don't hide anything from me. I know that a monster has killed mum." Saying this, Shinichi starts having a lot of pain in his heart. Now, Shinichi starts living in the same girl's house, which was also very close to the hospital. At night, Miji tells Shini that because of repairing his heart, they've both become very attached to each other and will influence each other a lot now. Miji says, "Shinichi, now I will need at least 4 hours of sleep, and in those 4 hours, I will not be able to feel anything. If a parasite attacks at that time, I won't be able to do anything. That's why you have to always be alert." Now, the next day, Miji senses the presence of a parasite. Shinichi starts chasing it by making huge jumps. While searching for that parasite, he thinks that it's the same parasite that killed his mum. Shinichi starts running towards that parasite at full speed. But when Shinichi goes near the parasite, he sees that the monster is someone else. And then, his parasite comes out from the face of that guy, seeing which Shinichi gets a little scared. The guy says, "Your parasite is right. Brother, my brain is still functional." Now, that guy is going to tell his past to Shinichi and Miji. He says that after a year of my marriage, my wife left me and went away without telling me anything. I was so weak that I could not even take my own life. And one day, I was watching the sunset and suddenly, I saw a small insect coming towards me. By mistake, this parasite targeted my neck. And then, that guy's parasite comes out and says, "Hey." My aim was to take over its head, but this donkey fell off the cliff into the sea below. I noticed that this guy was not able to breathe, and that's why I had no other optiocyte in his neck, because if I had tried to take over the head at that time, neither of us would have been able to escape. Now, the guy asks Shinichi and Miji, "So, brother, you guys also tell me who you are, and why were you coming to kill me?" Now, Shinichi tells him that his name is Shinichi and the name of his parasite is Miji. After which, the person gives his introduction and tells his name as Mamoru. "Brother, you just call my parasite, Parasite, I didn't give it any name, etc." Now, after hearing about Shinichi's mum and dad, Mamoru starts crying, due to which his parasite gets irritated and says, "Brother, this is the only problem. Whenever you look at him, he keeps crying. He cry too much." Somewhere, Mamoru tells that he works in a nearby hotel, and if he knows anything about the parasite who killed her mum, he will definitely tell her. Now, at late night Miji says, "Shinichi, I need to talk to you about something important." Miji says to Shinichi, "Today you ran like an athlete, and you jumped 3 meters high. Didn't you find all this strange?" Miji divides himself and shows Shinichi that both of his halves have the ability to think and understand. But if I keep dividing myself into smaller parts like this, the senses of every part of me start getting weak, and they cannot survive on their own. However, there's a condition in which my small fragments can survive, wherever there is a continuous flow of fresh blood. My fragments can survive. That's where you can survive, like your body. And the fact that Miji is talking to you right now, Miji is only at 70%. Miji tells him, Shinichi, when I was repairing your heart, I told all my parts to go to your heart through bloodstreams. And because of that, my fragments are slowly increasing throughout your body. Now, the fragments that have gone into your body are so small that I am not able to command them. Shinichi asks Miji, can these fragments be in my brain too? Miji says, no Shinichi, there is no conscious part in them. Don't worry, they can't attack your brain. Now, Shinichi remembers that when he came to meet his father in that hospital, he did not cry, not even a single tear fell from his eyes. And after seeing Mamoru crying, not even a single tear fell from his eyes. Shinichi is thinking all this because he doubts that he may have become emotionless due to Miji being inside his body. Now, the next day, Shinichi asks Maki, the same girl whom we saw earlier, the same girl who lives near the hospital. Shini asks, hey Maki, do I seem normal to you? Maki tells him, yes, you seem normal. Just a little weird, nothing else. And Maki starts leaving from there. Then Mamoru calls Shinichi and tells him, Shinichi, there's a parasite around me. And maybe this is the one you are looking for. Mamoru tells that Parasite is coming towards him very fast and is only 100 meters away. Shinichi tells Mamoru to quickly get out of there. I am coming, and wait for me. Shinichi's mum's Parasite sees Mamoru running away and starts moving towards him. Now, Shinichi runs towards Mamoru. And then, Miji tells him that she has also detected another parasite, which happens to be Shinichi's mother. Mamoru explains to his Parasite that if we have to fight with this dangerous parasite, we will have to take Shinichi's side. And we see that at such a crucial time, Shinichi's Parasite, Miji, falls asleep. Before fall asleep, the Parasite transforms into a bleed. Now, Mamoru runs away and reaches a river area. Then, Shinichi's mum also comes there and prepares herself for the attack. Both of the parasites start fighting very aggressively. Shinichi's mum's Parasite tells him, you don't stand anywhere in front of me because I'm completely fused into a human brain. And Shinichi's mum's Parasite stabs Mamoru in the chest, hurting him a lot, and he falls down. Then, Shinichi comes there, and Shinichi's mother gets surprised to see Shinichi and says, hey, how did you survive my attack? I had punctured your heart. This can't happen. I had punctured your heart, but somehow you survived that attack. It would be better if I had eliminated your head. Now, Shinichi is getting angry, thinking that the Parasite is talking in his mother voice. The Parasite tells him, now you two get ready to die like your mum. The Parasite is thinking that the signal of its right hand is very weak, so it means that its Parasite is sleeping right now, and this human is alone. Suddenly, Shinichi's mum starts attacking him, but Shinichi is dodging all her attacks very easily, seeing that his mum is very surprised. And then, he sees Mamoru who was lying below. Seeing it injured, Shinichi becomes very angry and attacks that Parasite. He tries to target the neck of the Parasite, and the Parasite gets injured. Now, as soon as Shinichi goes to attack the neck, he stops after seeing his mum's burned hand. The Parasite takes advantage of this and attacks Shinichi's head. And then her head gets crushed to pieces. This attack is done by Mamoru's Parasite. Now, before dying, the Parasite asks him, but how did you survive my attack? I had killed you, Mamoru. Mamoru's Parasite tells him, the pattern of your attacks was exactly the same, and I had transplanted its heart and other vital organs to another place. I made you feel that you had punctured our heart. Now, after this, Shinichi starts to leave that area. They're the first part of anime end. Thank you for watching. See you in the next part. Bye.